Hi everyone and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Rosanna. Today we're gonna be grilling fish. I feel like I'm getting a little too attached to the grill. What do you think? Are you enjoying these recipes, these videos? Are you making them at home? Let me know down in the comment area. All right, let's get started. Okay, let me grab the ingredients I need to make a refreshing, delicious, loaded pico de gallo. Let's start with 12 ounces of fresh, ripe tomatoes. I'm using vine ripe, but Roma will also get the job done. What I'm doing here is removing the core with a melon baller. It's a nice hack and works great. Now go ahead and dice it. I'm not going to remove the seeds, but if you prefer no seeds, that's fine. You can remove them. Once done, go ahead and transfer all the tomatoes to a bowl. Now dice half of a medium red onion as close in size as you can get to the tomatoes. Chop half a bunch of cilantro and finely shred half of a small cabbage. This is our special ingredient. It's mild in flavor, slightly sweet, and with a crunchy texture. Know that jalapeno is usually added to pico de gallo, but since we're making salsa, it's not needed. We will omit it. Rinse and drain the cabbage, then mix in all the ingredients in the same bowl. Take a look at this. It looks so good as is, but it's about to get better. Grab a very juicy lime and drizzle all over the mix. This is mouth-watering. To finish it off, season with salt to taste. I'm using 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Mix to combine, cover and place it in the fridge until we need it. The great thing about pico is that as it sits, it becomes even better. Beautiful. Now let me pay a visit to my garden. Come right along. This is going to be fun. I'll show you around. Look at the beautiful habaneros we are growing this year. They will definitely make for a great salsa. For this recipe, you will need fresh herbs, so feel free to make use of the ones you are growing this year. I myself am growing poblanos and a couple of different herbs. I'll be using lemon thyme sprigs from my garden. One last thing before we head inside. Take a look at those tomatoes right there. Do you see them? They are growing fast. I love it. Okay, I have 3 fish, so we need to make 3 herb bundles. I'll start with 6 small sprigs of thyme, 2 sprigs of dill, 2 sprigs of rosemary, 2 sprigs of marjoram, 2 sprigs of parsley, and 2 sprigs of cilantro. The count I just gave you was per bundle. You can add as many herbs as you desired. We just need to make sure they will fit inside the fish. Also slice a lemon and then cut each slice in half. Set to the side. We will need it shortly. Now for the fish, I'm using these gorgeous whole red snappers. Each one is about 1.5 pounds. They are clean and ready to be prepped. I also pulled them out of the fridge about 15 to 20 minutes ago so they can slightly warm up at room temperature. Pat dry the fish with a paper kitchen towel to remove any excess moisture. Next, make diagonal cuts starting right below the head and move down to the tail, leaving space in between each cut. Make sure with every cut you stop where the knife meets the bone. Turn the fish and do the same on the other side. This step will allow the flavors to penetrate deeper. Now spread olive oil all over the fish, even the inside cavity. We also need to season, and I will start by listing the spices. Just know that these are the total amounts for one entire fish. Start with half a teaspoon of kosher salt. Next, add half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of paprika, and half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Let me tell you, red snapper has a distinctive sweet, nutty flavor which makes it versatile when pairing with other ingredients. Rub with your hands and ensure every single area of the fish, including in between the cuts, is coated in all of the spices added. Once the fish is well seasoned, stuff the inside with 2 pieces of lemon and one of the aromatic bundles we made earlier. Feel free to use any herbs you may have as long as they pair well with fish. Okay, so I decided to invest in a fish basket. It is easy to use, the fish does not stick, and the outcome looks incredible. I think it's worth it, but not necessary if not on hand. You can still grill the fish without it, but I will leave the link to this one in the description area in case you want to look at it. All I'm doing here is spraying with baking spray, and I can fit 2 medium-sized fish. Close it, and let's head out because the grill is ready. The temperature inside is at about 450 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't like it any higher because it can burn the skin of the fish easily. Our setup for today, which was done by my husband, consists of the charcoal evenly placed to provide direct heat across the grill. Place the fish in the center and close with the lid. The fish will take about 7 to 10 minutes per side. It's now been 7 minutes and it's time for the moment of truth. Flip it and look at that. I love it. Perfect color with the right amount of char happening. This is what we want. Close it again and allow the other side to reach the same outcome. Awesome, this is perfect. Once it's done, you can even drizzle some lemon juice. You can tell the fish is done by checking inside the cuts. The flesh should be opaque and flaky. If you want to be sure, simply insert a thermometer and it will read 145 degrees Fahrenheit when fully cooked. The fish is ready. Remove from the grill and let's head back inside. Next, before it cools down too much, I want to open up the basket. You can use a good pair of oven mitts to protect yourself. Carefully try to separate the fish from the basket. I'm able to touch the wires with my hands because they do cool down fast. Once you ensure the fish did not stick, allow it to rest for about 5 minutes. If you rather bake the fish, no problem. Let me quickly show you how to get it done. I preheated the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, lined a baking sheet with parchment paper, then transferred the fish to the baking sheet and placed it in the center of the oven. Leave it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes until fully cooked. Time is up and it's ready. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's perfect. The color, the texture, the skin, it's fully cooked. What else can we ask for? Lastly, drizzle lime juice and let it rest for about 5 minutes before you serve. Just when you thought it couldn't get better, huh? You can serve this as an entree with accompaniment, which I will list in the description area. But today, I'm making tacos. I'm just in a taco vibe, which is why I have started to separate the flesh from the bones. Be very careful with the spines. Be sure to remove them completely. For the tacos, heat 2 corn tortillas if using store-bought because they tend not to hold very well, but using 2 fixes the issue. On the other hand, homemade tortillas work great, so using 1 will be fine. Add the fish to the center of the tortilla and then the pico de gallo. Add as much as you desired because it looks so refreshing and delicious. Lastly, spoon in the salsa macha. Salsa macha pairs so good with fish. I have a video on how to make it. It is easy and worth it. I can't wait any longer. My mouth is watering. Let's go ahead and dig in. This looks so gorgeous. Look at that. It's so good. Delicious. I have no words to describe this. Actually, I do perfection. I love this recipe and I love the fact that I can share it with you. Each component has great qualities and flavors, and when they come together, they make a pretty amazing taco. You can also turn it into an entree, and I'm gonna leave you my Mexican rice and guacamole recipe down in the description area. All right, I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up, subscribe, click the notification bell, and also follow me on all of my social media platforms so that way we can stay very connected. Until the next one.